yourself before the Champions League is about to start today, before the watch along, let me give you some of the news that has been happening around the world. If you didn't know, as much as we people hate change, as much as people, as the viewers, or as the anywhere in life, we know this. Us as people, we hate change. We have to have new things in life, things that are changing, that are moving, everything that we had in plans moving aside. We hate that. So, a few weeks back, or 3 or 4 weeks back, we were told about the Premier League big picture. Was it? I think it was Big Picture, the name of the thing. We were told about it, and we did as much as we could to make sure that that rumor disappear from people's eyes, mind, and thoughts. Because, like I said, we as people, we hate change. That is just a fact. Nobody wants change. And it seems like our clubs are making very hard or very much sure to always try to extend or put some more changes that we don't want to hear. They are still happening, and we can't do anything about it now at the moment, because as much as we are trying to run away from these facts, there's always something that is coming out. So we were told about this thing that was called Super League was it like last season, somewhere around last season, where we were told that the European League elites, or those big teams, are gonna come together for a tournament, play, and just test their muscles or their superpowers. Then we move on. But it has changed now, guys. It has changed, literally changed, and now we are being told about the European Premier League that is about to start. And people will be like, why would we have that? I thought we already have like the Champions League, and we shouldn't be focusing on things that are not even really that are not even what, like, that are even useless to us. We don't really have to focus. We have the Champions League, the Premier League, and all our home leagues. Everything is okay. So what is the purpose of this? So one thing that you have to remember, let me just tell you something that people might not actually know. Every time, whenever there is a team that is being sold and bought by anybody, or whenever we are told that this club has been bought, or whatever club that we know, or like your club has been bought by a person, they've bought it for this amount of money, who do you really think they buy the club? We are talking of people, businessmen, Premier League. Do you think that any Premier League, any businessman in this world buys something because he supports the thing? Do you think they buy something just because they support the club? No, they buy something to make profit, to actually benefit something out of the thing that they bought. Because everything they are buying, it's a business to them. They are expecting to make more money out of whatever they bought. And if they go for the bigger teams, that's why few months ago, if I have to say, Newcastle were about to be bought by one of the billionaires, if you remember that. Because of course we know that Newcastle has a lot of fans who back them up and stuff like that. So let's look at it. The owners of Liverpool, they are billionaires. The Glazers from United, billionaires. And now we are being told that these people are actually in talks with the people who are actually coming up with the European Premier League, so that they can actually get a piece of the thing, or piece of cake, or piece of the cake. And we are like, oh my God, why is this even happening? And now you wonder why the Premier League were thinking about doing the big picture. It's because of the pressure that they're getting from these guys. Because we 100% know that this new European Premier League is not going to go under Sky Sports or any other things that we know that we usually watch. It's going to be backed by some of the muscles in terms of viewership and entertainment. And we all know that football is one of the biggest or the most watched thing in the whole world. And Amazon, let me talk about another one, Amazon, Netflix, and other that are there. Of course, there are some muscles right now in the world of entertainment. They are going to want a piece of this thing, which means that Sky Sports is now losing some of the biggest and greatest games in the European League. And what makes this worse than any other thing is because it's backed by FIFA. Mark my words on this. It's backed by FIFA. And tell me, now that Sky Sports is making people pay 15, is it 15 pounds or something like that for them to watch actually some matches after they've already paid for the bouquet, what is going to happen? They are being pushed by these things. That's why they are trying to make, by all means, to make these billionaires happy by giving them something in this coronavirus so that they don't use these people. Now, this is now happening. We are being told about the European Premier League. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's not going to happen? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Because, of course, this thing is happening. Of course, this thing is happening. If you want to hear the whole story, I did post it here. I'm going to be reading some key points of this thing and what it means for what is going to happen next as we move on from this. So please click like and subscribe. That is the best way you help us at the Football Connect. Click subscribe and like this video. I wanted to talk. I'm actually enjoying that I'm talking at this before watching the Champions League, because just the fact of the matter is that Champions League is fucked, people. It's over for Champions League. That's what it means if this league actually starts. Let me tell you. Oh, so that's saying that the European Premier League key points. Liverpool and Manchester United, the billionaires, like I was just saying, are in talks about joining FIFA's backed tournament. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham reportedly also approached. Can you even listen to this? They've approached these people. It means that, as much as we know that in England, of course, Liverpool and United are the biggest team in the world, so of course they were gonna be the first one to go there. Now they're being begged by other teams that actually they want a piece of this cake in Premier League. We are talking about Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Tottenham, because these guys are the bigger people in terms of the league. So my question is, what is going to happen, people? So let me do something right now, guys. I'll be back. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section right now. Put it right now in the comment section. As I'm coming right now, I need to do something so that we continue talking about this tournament of the big picture. Because as much as we want to hear this, it's gonna break a lot of people's hearts, at the same time impress a lot of big bags' hearts, because that's what is going to happen. We can't do anything about it. We just have to accept and see what happens, because we love football for the love of the game, people. This is hello guys, we are back. There are things that are happening around that are just crazy, so that's why we are taking forever to actually be here, because there's some movements that are happening here, but that won't stop us from finishing what I was talking about, the big picture, the project, the new European Premier League, which is starting. As much as we want to hear about it, it's happening, we just have to accept the fact, because the fact of the matter is this: we are dealing with the people with money, people who can command things to happen, who can move things that we don't want to hear. And as much as we want to move on things that are better, they can just buy whatever they want and they make it happen. So if you didn't know, guys, this is what is happening. The big picture, the project, the big picture, it's actually happening, and United and Liverpool are in talks right now with the people, or maybe the organizers. I don't really know how do you put it into words, the organizer or what, so that this becomes a reality. As much as we want to hear about it, we can't actually do anything about it. We just have to accept, because that's where we are now. That is the fact of the matter. That's where we are now. We are in a point where we can call it now. This is the new football order. They said the new world order, but we're in the football order. Where a lot of things are changing. So the other key points that we're being told: as many as 5 English clubs could sign up. So it means 5 clubs could sign up for this thing, and more than a dozen teams from England, France, Spain, England, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain said to be in negotiation. So you understand that there are a lot of people who are already working so hard to be in this thing, into this project. They are working so hard to find themselves in this project. At the same time, top teams would play in knockout tournament. So if you are a big team like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United, PSG, Juventus, those big teams, those elite, they are being skipped. They are not playing other games that are being played. They are going to go into knockout tournaments. And that's in that the format would comprise of 18 teams with home and away fixtures played during European seasons. So like I was saying about Champions League, it means Champions League is being eliminated from these things. So it means that if we are enjoying Champions League, we should be forgetting about it. Let's talk about it. Provision of start date are early as 2022. So that's by 2022, that's when this project or this thing can actually knock off. So that's what they're saying, guys. And they're saying Wall Street Bank MJP in talks to provide 4.6 billion in funding. Listen to the amount of money I'm just mentioning here. 4.6 billion in funding. I don't know how much is the Premier League making from the Champions League, or the winners of the Champions League, how much they're making. But listen to the man that I'm talking about here. Tournaments could actually cancel the Champions League. So it's crazy. As much as we don't want to hear these things, and as much as we hate change, this is happening, and we just have to take it as much as it's going to, and actually accept that's where we are now. We're in this new thing, and what we're being told is this: Liverpool and Manchester United, just like this big picture project that was there in the European Premier League that is about to start, they are already there as the main runners who are already in talks in these things. City, Arsenal, and other players are trying to follow up. So this destroys how our teams are gonna look like now for the coming tournaments. This destroys. Let me tell you, we as Liverpool fan, I as a Liverpool fan, I'm always complaining that my team doesn't play the other games. They wait, then maybe put some a team B to play in our tournament, because they are all focusing on the Champions League and Premier League. Now imagine when this new European League comes, you're going to be surprised that Liverpool will be playing a team B or C for the Premier League games, fixtures, and they focus their attention into this big project, because this big project is carrying more money for the winner of the tournament. This is what's going to happen. We don't like it, we don't want to hear about it, but that's where we are now. The billionaires that have been buying teams in the Premier League in these past years, now they're coming to actually make a change and actually move on into this new world order we are about to get into. And the worst part about this situation is that FIFA are 100% backing these guys. FIFA are backing these guys. So if FIFA is backing these people, automatically these things happens. So I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this big picture? What is going to happen in this big picture? Because it is happening whether we like it or not. What do you think is going to happen? And is it going to destroy or build the football we love? And what is going to happen about this? Because let me tell you something that people don't understand. Premier League, we're being put under pressure by these big guys that they actually do some changes, or they are losing their focus on what these guys are putting in, and there to put some more pressures into all these TV guys that you all guys are complaining about. They're charging you more money and what, so that they actually try to focus on these new things that is happening, because a lot of things are being changed. Imagine when this European Premier League actually starts, what is going to happen? How do you see is going to happen? What are the changes you are seeing from these things? Because of course changes will be there, and when changes are there, it means that these leagues that we've been enjoying, the Champions League and all the things that are happening, they are not going to be begged 100% like they have been in the past years. And teams like Liverpool and all these big guys with these billionaires who are only here for business are gonna make more money out of these things. So it's crazy. It's really crazy, because now we're being told that 2022, that's when the European Premier League is kicking off. So if you are hating all these things that we're being told about, the big picture that the Premier League wants to start and all the things that are happening, changes are happening, and it's just, as a fan, you just have to accept it, because you even if you don't like it or what, changes are happening and they are being proposed, because the people who are buying our clubs, they don't want to lose money, they only want to make money. They are not even interested in the love of football that we as fans have. They're interested in making money. You are going to be hurt when you see, for example, teams like Arsenal being beaten by teams like West Ham and stuff like that, because they are no longer focusing on what, or putting their pressures on those teams. They are now focusing on the big picture, or on this new Premier League that is being indicated to be coming up next. So what does this mean for the Champions League? It's over. It's really, really over. What does this mean for the Premier League? Unless something happens that changes this thing, they are in trouble, and they're going to try to look for money as much as they can, so that they give these big billionaires some big bucks money, so that they remain impressed. Because if they're not impressed, then what is going to happen? We lose so football is about to change, guys, and the FIFA is backing all these new changes. It's about to go crazy. I don't even know what to say about it. I want to hear your thoughts on the comment section. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you think that is going to be beneficial to whatever that I'm talking about. I'm going to try to put an edited version of this, because there's some situation that happened in this video, but things are happening, guys. Please click like, that is the best way you help us. Subscribe, that is the best way you help us, and we'll see what happens. But guess what? The European Premier League is coming out. We'll be seeing in a weekly basis Liverpool playing with Real Madrid, or Manchester United playing with Juventus, because that's what is about to happen. As much as we hate it, it's happening because FIFA is backing them. And the FIFA, we know they are the governing body of football. And if they back something, no matter there's Champions League, no matter there's whatever, there's European League, all those things are just being thrown away to the dust. So guess what? And the other painful part is that they won't be coming out of those loving home set TV, those Sky Sports TVs, and all the things that you are used to watch them on. They're going to be coming out on these things like Netflix, Amazon, all these entertainment things, HBO, because what they're only interested in is profit. Because Amazon, Netflix is going to throw a lot of money. They've got now money to throw around everywhere. And Amazon, of course, they have money. They'll throw money because they all know that we love these teams to the core. I love Liverpool, that I want to watch them everywhere they play. I'm going to follow them wherever they go. And I'll find myself watching a Premier League team playing against Juventus on Netflix, not on Sky Sports. So it's about to be crazy, people. Prepare for the new changes that are coming out, and they're coming so fast. And the one thing that I hate the most about this is that my team and United, it seems like they've been in all these things, they've been all in all these negotiations, they've been in these things trying to change a lot of things that are happening, a lot of situations. They've been working so hard to do these changes. So you might hear one of your former players and what saying that this is crazy, but we are talking profit here. We are talking money, 6 billion US dollars. That is a lot of money for somebody to be making while playing fewer games than they're playing in the Premier League and Champions League. So it's crazy, people. It's crazy. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you are thinking about, but I want to hear your thoughts and your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think. So I'm about to go off right now, guys, so that I prepare for the watch along for the Champions League games, because change is happening and we just have to accept it. Whether we look at the other side or what, change is coming and we have to accept it as soon as possible. The worst part is that our big teams, because they are being managed by billionaires who are only interested in profit rather than the support of the team, they will do it because they want to make profit. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Let me hear what you think, because new European Premier League, it's now a go and it's happening. You can't do anything about. FIFA have been promised a large amount of money that they cannot refill this new thing that is about to happen. So you better as well just prepare your wallets so that you go watch your teams in different places now, because things are about to change. Crazy, right? Let me hear what you think. That's my thoughts. That's how I'm seeing this. That's the way it is going, of course. And I want to hear what you guys think. How would you see this thing going, and where is it going for you? Put it in the comment section and make me understand. Maybe you may have a better understanding than me. Maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know. I want to hear from you guys, because 2022 is very near now, and Project Big Picture is going to change a lot.